Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Scher, and that's Robert Harding. This is Citizen Sports Weekly for a beautiful, well, not beautiful, decent.
A breezy.
Thursday. It is breezy. Thursday, April 9th, 2015. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope you enjoyed the Final Four. It was fun seeing Kentucky lose, wasn't it?
It was.
I had Wisconsin going all the way. They almost pulled it off, but you got to hand it off to Duke there. Hand it to Duke. They obviously were the best team. They proved it, and it's title victory number 5 for Mike Krzyzewski.
Great coach.
It was great. It was good. It was a good tournament.
Yeah. You know, we didn't have too many of the surprise upsets.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had last year. It was pretty much a tournament for the top teams, and the way it kind of shook out. Duke had a bit of an advantage coming from the region that they had. It wasn't one of the strongest regions in the tournament, and each team kind of brought something. The East region with Michigan State, making it, that was kind of cool. Tom Izzo, of course, making it. Then you have Kentucky and Wisconsin, and I don't think you can say that in past years, with some of the upsets that we had, you kind of question, well, are these the best teams in the Final Four? This year, you can say, all 4 of these teams are the best teams.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, it was a fun tournament, and you're sad to see college basketball but now we have baseball. Yep. And last week we discussed that we're really not excited about the season starting and everything. There's really nothing compelling for us to watch. We're like, yeah, we gotta watch baseball.
It's the weather.
It is the weather. I mean, it's just we don't have spring here, folks. It's just. I guess tomorrow it's supposed to be in the mid 60s, although it's supposed to rain. And it's been
Short
cold.
Day.
It's been dank, or as my good friend Manny Actor calls it, Dracula weather.
Dracula weather.
And I think it's very appropriate description of our weather. It's Dracula weather, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I was out at an event today, and it was breezy. And you think they're playing baseball games in this. It's pretty much like this all across New York today, and I know that the Buffalo Bisons are opening up their season, and other teams are playing too. So wow,
it's April 10th. Come on, I mean, not that I'm going to rush to mow my lawn or anything, because that's the drawback of when the weather gets nice. I got to mow my lawn.
Labor.
And, I just what would you rather do, shovel snow or mow your lawn? Well, depending on how big your lawn is, and mine is a halfway decent size, I'd rather shovel.
Wow.
I can usually shovel in about 5 to 10 minutes. Lawn takes about an hour and a half.
Well, you have the plow that comes too.
Well, I have a plow that plows our driveway because we have a long way to get to the main road. But I still have to shovel the sidewalk, and that's and you've been on that sidewalk. It's not a little sidewalk; it's decent size. So I'd rather shovel than mow.
Got to put those kids to work.
I know we're getting really off the sports topic here, folks, but my 14-year-old daughter and my 13-year-old daughter, they're not ready to mow that lawn yet. Maybe in a few years, but not right now. It's just not. It's not wise. So, all right, let's get back to sports.
All right.
Okay.
I guess.
So, is there anything about baseball that we can talk about, or is there really nothing right now?
No.
I don't want to grasp here.
Yeah, I mean, it's in terms of baseball, I think the excitement level for everybody is kind of just way down. The Masters, of course, is going on right now. We'll get into that. We're fresh off the tournament, bit of a hangover there. And, it's just not baseball weather for most of the country yet. So, I think not until the summertime will things pick up. But I will say, Adrian Gonzalez for the Dodgers, 3 home runs last night.
It's funny. Cool. I got home last night, and I turned on ESPN. I saw the game was on, and I saw that he had 3 home runs. Right? I did see that on Twitter. And I watched, of course, his next at bat, I think he had a base hit, which was better than nothing, but still, it's just like, I knew he wasn't going to do it when I tuned in. So, Masters.
Yes.
There's really, the main compelling story, obviously, is Tiger Woods. I mean, there's, can Bubba Watson defend his green jacket, or can Phil Mickelson make a run, maybe, or one of the young guys, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, Roy McIlroy, can those guys, continue to show that they're the best young talent in the game? But, there's the human train wreck called Tiger Woods, and I'm not trying to be cruel or anything. Look, Tiger, I think, is the second greatest golfer of all time. I still have Jack Nicklaus number 1 because of the majors. And we're interested. I mean, I was following his early parts of his first round earlier today, and I mean, we want to see how he does. I mean, can he be competitive again?
Mm-hmm.
And we like a Cinderella. I would say Cinderella story, a comeback story, I guess. I wouldn't say Tiger's a Cinderella, but we like comeback stories. Of course, Cinderella stories at the Masters. If you've seen the movie Caddyshack, you know what I'm talking about. But we want to see Tiger be good again because it's good for the sport. And I think that he's paid a heavy price in public humiliation for his dalliances. And it seems like he's humbled for it. He's grown up, so to speak, and he's moved on. And I think I'd like to see him win another major, win the Masters again. I think it'd be fitting. And don't know if it's going to happen this year. I'm not thinking it's going to happen, but it would be fun to see Tiger make a run and be in the running on Sunday.
Yeah. It'd certainly be nice and good for TV ratings. It's a good field, though. I mean, as much as we root for Tiger, having followed golf a lot over the past few years, a guy like Ricky Fowler,
Yep.
Good young player, certainly could contend. Of course, Rory, of course, it didn't sound like today he's playing all too well, but. And then, of course, you go back to Phil, and everybody loves Phil. I mean, he doesn't have quite the story or the icon status, if you will, as Tiger, but fans love this guy, and as far as I could tell, before we came in here, he was playing well. So, it should be a good tournament. There's plenty of big names, of course, as there is every year, but it's something about the Masters that it is the best major tournament in my opinion. And, it seems like everybody kind of brings their A game. And
just don't bring your cell phone.
Yeah, just don't bring your cell phone.
Yeah, we were talking about this story, NewJersey.com, about patrons. That's what they are, patrons of the Masters. That if you bring your cell phone and they catch you with it, you will be permanently removed from the residences of Augusta National Golf Club. I mean, if you have a Masters badge, you will be stripped of that badge. And if you are, I guess, on the list of people, there's a list of people to buy Masters badges. It's a mile long. It's going to take decades. But if you actually do own a Masters badge, like a season ticket, and you can continue to buy it every year, you'll be stripped of that privilege permanently. And that's pretty harsh. I understand that we don't need cell phones on golf courses. We don't need somebody's phone ringing when someone's in their backswing. I understand that completely. But I think there should be ways that if you bring your cell phone on the course, as long as it's muted and it's not disruptive or anything, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, you can text people and that doesn't bother anybody. You can tweet people and it doesn't bother anybody. You can put an Instagram, a Vine, Meerkat. Now, if you get Meerkat, I think they'd have a problem with Meerkat.
Yeah, live video from the
yes
from the course might be a problem.
Yeah, that's Robert's just explaining what Meerkat does. I think Robert's kind of impressed that I actually know what Meerkat is.
I was.
Yes.
Although it's not the best live video app right now, but I'll give you credit.
But the thing is, though, it is the 21st century, and technology is here. And if you don't like it, well, I understand that, but you don't have to use it. But other people do need to use it and do want to use it. And again, I think if you're using it in a way where it's not disrupting the tournament, let's put it this way: if your cell phone does go off there in somebody's backswing, you should be permanently escorted out of the grounds. Absolutely. But if your phone's on mute, doesn't bother anybody, or maybe you tell your friends, don't call me when I'm at the golf course, and you're just doing things where you're not being disruptive and you're not influencing the tournament or anything, or maybe have a designated area where people can use their phones, then I think that'd be okay. But again, I think this is a little harsh where people are being permanently kicked out of the place for the crime of just owning a cell phone. So
yeah, when I read this story this morning, it just came across as extreme to me, but typical Augusta. This is a club, that just only recently allowed women to join. So we're not talking about a group of people who consider themselves ahead of the times here. But we were talking about this a couple years ago. I went to Oak Hill for the PGA Championship, and there were people with phones. There were people taking pictures. You know, they got yelled at. They weren't kicked out or anything, but they were warned. You know, if I see the phone again,
Yeah.
you'll be removed. But you know, one thing I didn't hear, anyone's phone ring.
Yeah.
And you know, that's really, I think, what they're going for with this extreme measure is that, you know, oh, we don't want anyone's phone ringing during backswings or what have you. You know, to me, it's, you know, if someone snaps a quick picture or whatever, that's innocent enough. You know, if someone's texting or, you know, engaged in social media, that's their own choice. I mean, they paid to get in.
Right.
Yes, it's your grounds, but, you know, what they do with that time in there, I mean, anybody can, you know, find time to, you know, daydream or whatever. So that's their choice. That's their choice on how to use the ticket. So, you know, I get that they want to have some rules and have some order, but I think you can do that within reason. And
Yeah.
this isn't
Again, I mean, I don't
reasonable
look.
measure.
Augusta National is a private club. The members can make their own rules, and obviously they're holding a tournament that's open to the public. If you buy a ticket, you can go on the grounds and attend this tournament, which I think is a little bit different than if you're there as a guest of a member or you are a member. But it is a private club, and they can establish their own rules. Whether you like them or not, you have to abide by them because it is their place. But like I said, I think that these penalties are very harsh, and I think that really, yes, you know, if you have a cell phone and something happens, then absolutely kick them out for good. But if you just happen to have a cell phone on you and it's not doing anything, then I think that's a little harsh. So, anything else you want to add, sir?
Well, you know, I think, you know, in terms of the penalties, the one guy with the phone in the bottom of the fanny pack, you know, that was ridiculous. He was
Jet lag. He flew in
Yeah.
from like China or Hong Kong or some place out east, and he, you know,
if I had it lined up correctly, they found it in the search, they kept it, and then moments later he received some sort of notice that he has been permanently banned from the grounds. And to me, you know, if you're in Augusta's shoes, you know, from a PR standpoint, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right.
If you find the phone and you confiscate it from the guy, you know,
and you give it back to when it's
leave
done,
it at that. You know, he's already forfeited, you know,
Yeah.
part of his property just to get into this place, and you know, then you punish him even further. You know, that to me really kind of, you know, crossed the line a bit.
For the record, my cell phone is over here off camera, and it has been beeping with text messages, but it's down low where it's not interfering. Maybe you can hear it faintly. So if Robert wants to permanently ban me from the video here, I can understand that. But again, even though it's all green behind us like Augusta National, this is definitely not a golf course. So, all right, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it.
All right, let's wrap it up, folks. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate your support. We really do. And please, if you do like the video, give us a thumbs up, share the link. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Now, I can tell you what we're not going to talk about next week.